What is going on, everybody? It's Pride here, and today I'm bringing you guys a new video to talk to you guys about some Dark Souls 3. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing you're interested in Dark Souls, so just in case you guys didn't see it yesterday, I uploaded another Dark Souls video pretty much breaking down a gameplay that was released about 2 days ago. It's fairly new gameplay, shows a bunch of new things, new boss fights, the first time we ever see Firelink Shrine, and the first time we ever see an in-game bonfire making, so that's pretty fucking awesome. If you guys can go ahead and check that out if you want, it's the first link in the description. But I want to talk about bonfires specifically in this video because bonfires in this game are going to be very different in that you actually have to make them, or I guess it hasn't really been confirmed what bonfires are going to be like besides the very first one, because the only one that we've really seen is from that little gameplay that was released a couple days ago where in Firelink Shrine he just makes it himself. And the way that was it was already a set altar, there was already ash in the little pile, and he just put the sword that he got from the boss fight. By the way, he did get a sword from the boss fight, so it's very interesting to see how you're going to get these swords that you have to make bonfires with. But I guess it hasn't really been confirmed if there's going to be set bonfires throughout the world, or you're going to have to make all of them yourself, similar to the one in Firelink Shrine. But I do have a couple of speculations on maybe what the mechanics for the bonfires are going to be like, mainly two. So I'm going to jump right into those, and obviously none of these are confirmed, they're just from little snippets that we've seen and maybe have an idea of what they're going to be like. Obviously we won't know until the full game, or maybe even in a couple of months. You know, there's still 2 months till the game comes out, and the fact that we've seen pretty much the entire starting area just 2 months before the game has come out, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of new stuff. But the first one here, there's going to be no set bonfires throughout the world. There's going to be, you know, they're all going to be similar to the one in Firelink Shrine, where there's going to be an altar. They're going to have to maybe clear out areas, or it's going to be an already set area where it's going to be specifically to make bonfires. And you are going to have to make your own bonfire using bodies. If you guys remember in the very first trailer, the guy is dragging this undead through the darkness, and we've seen other clips of him stabbing this body with the sword. And obviously it's the same sword that has been confirmed to be used in bonfires that you get from the boss. You got it from the very first boss. I think his name was like Wanda, Judge of Ash, something like that. So maybe you only get these swords specifically from these bosses, or from specific bosses, or maybe from every single boss. But obviously there's not going to be more bosses than there are bonfires. I'm guessing that there's going to be multiple bonfires along the way, and you're going to have to be strategic in which one you want to use. Do you want to use this one that you run into right away that's really close and waste this one sword that you have for this entire area until you run into a new boss? Or do you want to save it for one that's closer to a boss, maybe less difficult enemies around that bonfire, but it's going to be a longer way and you're going to have to risk losing your souls, which in the beginning I would say is pretty important, because I would say like 1,000 souls would rank you up twice, you know? So in the beginning those souls are very important, but definitely no matter what, I do think that these bodies are going to be somehow related to making a bonfire. But when it comes to this theory, I do think that it's a pretty good guess, I would say. I think it would still have that sense of, oh man, something might come around the corner, immediately kill me, I might lose these souls. Should I just go back and turn these souls in and then come back out? But then I'll have to kill all these enemies again. Or, you know, am I going to run into a bonfire, have to use it, but then there's one further away that's much better and closer to another boss fight? You know, it's going to have more strategic planning, and it's also going to make something new. It's going to be something new that we haven't seen in the Souls games before, which would keep things fresh. So this is the very first theory that I think I do think this one is more plausible than the second one that I have. You know, this is the better one. But the second one that I do have is that there are going to be set bonfires throughout the world. All the bonfires are going to be made already. Just press the button and it's immediately lit. And you do collect these swords from specific bosses, which are the judges. And I'm not entirely sure if there are going to be more judges, or maybe just specific bosses in general, not every single boss. And you're going to have these swords where you're going to straight up just be able to make a bonfire anywhere. Maybe along these set bonfires there's going to be little altars where you're going to be able to you know, drag a body, because like I said, I do think the body dragging mechanic is going to work in some way. You're going to be able to drag these bodies to these altars in between each bonfire, and maybe use it as a quick getaway. And if you have a bunch of souls where you don't want to run all the way back to a bonfire, you just use this as a quick getaway, you know, if you didn't have any homeward bones or something like that. But like I said, I do think that the first one is a lot more plausible than the second one. But what do you guys think? Of course, I would love to hear what you guys think and how you guys think this is going to work, because I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with this mechanic, this new mechanic that they have not shown much of. I'm very excited to see the next few months what's going to come out of it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. I would really appreciate it. But that is about it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, everybody.